What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Ethereum, Link, OMG, and Digibyte. Those are the four that I want to go over. That's what people have been requesting, so I wanted to do that. And also let me know what you'd like to see tomorrow. If you want me to throw back in XRP or Litecoin, Neo, any of those other coins, whatever gets the most votes down low in the comments section, that's what we'll throw in. So that's why we're doing this today. We're not going to take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been at $9,400, still stuck in that ascending triangle, just patiently waiting here. But I wanted to go over Ethereum because Ethereum is going to be the driver of these altcoins. And right now for Ethereum, basically, guys, what we've had here, this is on the one-day time frame, so each candle represents 1 day. But what we've had is our trend line break. We've broken out of that. We went up to around that $248, and we've had resistance at it. So this is the third time we've tried to crack it. We tried to crack it back here on March 7th. We tried to get it on June 2nd. Tried to do it again on June 11th, and we failed. So right now we're basically getting squeezed between this 20 EMA and this 50 moving average right now. The candles are getting very tight, and whenever you get the tight candles, you're going to be waiting for that breakout. Whether it be to the upside or downside, it's going to show you that a move's coming as the volume's dropping off. Right now on the one-day time frame, the volatility stop is still in the positive there. It's at $225. What's that saying is basically if you're in a position right now, that's where you would want to put your stop loss if you were riding this due to the volatility in the market. It's always a good thing, just calculates the volatility and then it kind of shows you where you should be. But I think that's also kind of tough where they put it right now because of this 50 moving average, which we found support off of. So if I were in a position right now for Ethereum and I was putting in a stop loss, I would probably put it slightly below that 50 moving average just so you don't get wicked out. You can see here how we back tested it before. But that's where the volatility stop is at, around $225. And if we take a look at some of the indicators here as we're looking, our relative strength index right now, we still are moving to the downside a little bit, having lower highs here. We're at 51.91, so that's pretty neutral right now. Same deal, candles are getting tight, just waiting for that explosive move, whether it be to the upside or the downside. No one can tell you right now except the market makers. Those are the ones to really pay attention to. If we take a look at our stock RSI, we are down in oversold territory, so we're at 11 and 10, which is nice. It'd be nice to get a nice stock cross right where we're at here with some increased volume to get us up over top of that $248, because if we get up above that, guys, it'd be smooth sailing, in my opinion, probably to around $287. So that would be very important for us if we can make that move. Then we'll look at one more thing here for Ethereum, and that's going to be our momentum here. Momentum is still moving to the downside, but starting to flatten out a little bit here. So this is very neutral right now. If you jump in a position now, it truly is just a coin flip. We're waiting to see if this is some type of distribution at the top here, and guys are starting to get rid of their shares, and we're going to start moving to the downside, or if this is just consolidation, this whole area where we've basically been moving sideways, waiting to see if we get that next leg to the upside. So that's going to be Ethereum, guys. You get some from that. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, help this channel out if you get something from it. So next we're going to get into Link. I know a lot of people have been wanting to look at Link here, and we're going to do Link on the one-day time frame, and this is going to be from Coinbase, is where we're going to be looking at the chart. So with Link here, I mean, we've really been moving back and forth a ton. So when it first came out here on Coinbase, we went up to around $5.12. We ended up going all the way down to $1.44, and that just shows you how fast this market moves, guys. It really moves fast. It moves in trends, but the trends happen at a great speed, so you always need to be aware of that. But it's kind of like where Ethereum's at right now. We've just really been moving sideways. We've been consolidating. You can see this green line. That's the area I was looking at for us to hold as support, and that was at $3.67. And so far we wicked down to it. We had almost like a doji / hammer candle right in that area there. We wicked down. And now what we're trying to do is continue to defend this 50 moving average, which is going to be at $3.98. And what we need to do is get up over top of $4.52, which is going to be overhead resistance, so we can start tackling up there around that $4.88. But if we can get up above that, guys, as you can see on this chart, we don't have any chart or resistance up above that. That could be a blue sky breakout, basically, if we are to get a move to the upside, and we can get up over top of $4.88 is going to be what's important. Volume is tailing off as we're continuously moving up, so keep an eye on that. If we take a look at our relative strength index, we are sitting at about 51, so yet again very neutral for our RSI. Still waiting for that whale to make its move. Stock RSI, we have had a stock cross right down in this area. It came basically with that doji candle there, but it did not come on the most volume. We would have wanted to see more volume, because that potentially could have been that bottom for us to where we start moving back up to tackle that $4.52. We're just not there yet. We don't have the volume for it yet, and we're just going to have to watch these areas between $3.67 cents, and about that $4.52 is what I'm going to be paying attention to. But still very neutral, just moving sideways for Link. Just be prepared, guys. That's the main thing that I can tell you. Be prepared, be ready, because when these trends move, they move extremely fast and aggressive, both to the upside and the downside. So that's going to be Link. Keep an eye on those areas, getting squeezed between that 20 EMA and that 50 right now. So we should be making some type of move here in the next few days. So that's going to be Link. You like me covering that, guys? Let me know down below that you're here for Link, so I know if I should keep that in. Give me a thumbs up, and we'll keep moving on here. The next one, we're going to take a look at OMG, and this can be Omisego. And let me know if you're in Omisego, if you like Omisego. So we'll go to Binance here, take a look at this. So with Omisego, guys, we're truly just waiting on Ethereum, in my opinion, because what we've had here, this has been a beautiful move up, and we're waiting to see if this is like some type of a bull flag, basically. We've had our pull up on heavy volume. We haven't had the most selling volume here, and that's typical for these flags. You don't want a lot of volume in here. Then what would happen is we potentially could get that next huge stick of volume, something along these lines, and start moving to the upside to where we could even challenge up around $4 if this does turn out to be some type of a bull flag. We have to be careful, though, because on the one-day time frame now, we are losing this 20 EMA, which is starting to act as overhead resistance. And also we need to pay attention to the fact of Ethereum. You know, if Ethereum starts breaking down, it doesn't matter what pattern Omisego is forming, it's most likely going to take it with it. So when you're trading something like this, all eyes on Ethereum as well. And what you can also see is this area here that we have previously hit before. We want to keep this as support. So if we pull out our ray, and I'll turn this green for y'all, this is going to be the area around that $1.39 that we need to hold as support. Previous resistance, we want to become support. Hold this so we can make our next move to the upside. If we don't do that and we don't hold right around that $1.39, I would look down to our 50 moving average, which is going to be at $1.29. That's actually where I have a couple buy orders in, just to start slowly accumulating them so that I can trade this trend. That's one of the things I like to put in, some buy orders from where I believe that we could get down to. Next, on our relative strength index, still though, guys, you can see just moving to the downside. We're at 48, so still running neutral, but you can see the strength was down there, which is typical for those flags. Take a look at our stock RSI. We are low here, almost like we put a double or a potential triple bottom here down on the stock RSI. So we do have room to run to the upside if Ethereum can get moving as well. I believe OMG is just basically waiting for Ethereum at this point. And I wanted to see here, we'll just do it quick. Wanted to see if TradingView is going to come up for me. I was trying it earlier and it wasn't popping up. So guys, I don't think it is either. And that's just showing how neutral it is right here. I wanted to show you all the indicators, but it doesn't seem like it's working right now for some reason. So that's going to be Omisego, guys. Really look at those areas. We want to hold 139 as support. We need to start getting up over top of $1.74. Then it's going to be around that $1.88 is what we're going to be looking at as overhead resistance there. So that's Omisego, guys. Let me know if you're here for Omisego down low, and then we will get into Digibyte, and that'll be our last one here. So let's go to Digibyte, DGB. And we're going to try to get as much information as possible. So we're going to probably go with Bittrex here. And remember, this is on the one-day time frame. And where we've kind of failed for Digibyte here, we've hit that double top. So we ended up pushing up to around that 0.02692. Then we came back down. We found support off this 50 moving average. We tried again, and we failed to get up over top of that. Came back down yet again, another higher low, but a lower high. So for me, with Digibyte, we would need to break out of this trend line. I'll just draw this with us here, because that is forming our lower highs now, and we're having higher lows. So we're almost getting into one of these symmetrical triangles. If we draw this here, we connect. You can see, guys, so this is the triangle that we're forming right now. We're bouncing back and forth, and you can see we had two touches up top. We've had almost two. We've had two down here, almost three in this area. So we're going to wait to see what this is going to turn into. Is this going to be a huge move to the upside, or we're going to start breaking back down, looking to find support probably around that 200 moving average there at 0.00951 if we do break hard to the downside? Because right now, guys, we're starting to lose this 50 moving average, and if we lose that, that can be tough when it starts acting as overhead resistance, because basically this entire move since April 4th, we have been trading up above that 50. So for me, this is an area to be extremely extremely careful for Digibyte. You don't want to just say, hey, Digibyte, I'm going to jump right in now when you don't have that clear confirmation. Symmetrical triangles, they're a neutral pattern is what you have to remember. It's going to be neutral. Typically, the volume will start falling off, and you're going to wait to see which way you break out of that symmetrical triangle and have a daily candle close. And is it on volume? That's going to be another important thing too. You always want to look for volume. And then if we get into our indicators along with this, we'll take a look at our stock first. Stock, we have had our downward cross right up at the top here. So you can see that with our bearish candle, we've moved to the downside. We have not had a positive cross back to the upside. So this would not be the time to jump in my opinion, right now if you are not in a position. And that's not financial advice, guys. That's just me. Because this is a really sticky area. Digibyte moves very fast. And as you can see, if you take a look here, let me find it for us. I'll get our price range tool out. Guys, just in the matter of retracements, Digibyte can retrace 42% before it moves back to the upside. So that's tough. If you take a position, say $1,000 position, and it can drop, $500 before it starts moving to the upside, you have to be aware of that so you can mentally prepare for those big moves, both to the upside and the downside when you're playing something as volatile as these altcoins. That's why a lot of people suggest sticking to, Ethereum and Bitcoin, that because it has more volume and it can't be manipulated and moved around as much as what these other coins can do. And then we'll take a look at our momentum here. And momentum, we did start to have those higher lows, which was nice there. And right now, just kind of moving sideways, starting to move sideways with our momentum. And then we'll take a look at our MACD for Digibyte. MACD, we are starting to cross to the downside. Histogram starting to tick to the negative as well. So just be careful in this area, guys. That's the main thing that I can tell you right now. But if you get something from this, you appreciate me being on here. Like, subscribe. Let me know what coin you're for, guys. Link, OMG, Digibyte, Ethereum. I'd really love to know so that I can throw more of these in and try to help as many people as I can. But still, patience is the key right now, guys. I wish the market was moving faster, but it's not. God bless you all. Take care.